The program will start in 15 minutes.
Hey there, the program will start in 5 minutes, so get ready.
Good evening. I am Lee Vreeland, President and CEO of An Achievable Dream. It is my honor to welcome you to the second annual Night to Dream, a virtual speakeasy event. If the past year has taught us anything, it is the importance of adapting and overcoming together. While we wish we could all be together tonight at the beautiful Cavalier Hotel, celebrating and enjoying an unforgettable evening, we adapt and find new ways to celebrate in a way none of us will ever forget. Words fall short to describe our gratitude for your support. In the midst of the pandemic, you never stopped supporting our dreamers. We have never once doubted the support of our amazing community, the Dream family. Our team is stronger than ever. Our students and families remain our focus. And although we walk through the times of uncertainty, we face the future with hope. Your support brings hope, and that is something this world needs more of today and every day. This evening would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. We would like to thank our premier sponsors, Charlie and Susan Barker, Town Bank, and Priority Lexus. We would also like to thank all of our Platinum, Yellow Diamond, Emerald, Ruby, and Amethyst sponsors, and the premier and online auction item donors for your support. You are truly making a difference.
And now, a word from our premier sponsors.
My wife Susan and I are delighted to sponsor a Night to Dream and especially be part of An Achievable Dream in Virginia Beach. This is unprecedented times, and our faculty, administration, our board members, everyone has been working diligently to keep the same level of focus and spirit, if you will, at Achievable Dream during this time. So our sponsorship is very important. We hope that others will join us tonight and make this a special time, because we need to keep this social and academic and moral education intact and keep inspiring hope through education for kids who may not otherwise have the chance to go on to college and become great citizens of Virginia Beach and our state. So we're delighted to be here.
I just bought a new Lexus. Actually, I bought hundreds of them, because Charles Barker Lexus is now Priority Lexus. I'm pleased to welcome Lexus owners to the Priority family and look forward to serving you at Priority Lexus in Virginia Beach and Priority Lexus in Newport News.
We are so excited to bring you a new and different virtual experience tonight. Whether this is your first or 31st virtual event, we promise you that this will be a night you will always remember. This is A Night to Dream.
Good evening, I'm Charles Barker, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this one-of-a-kind event. We're glad you're here tonight. We know each one of you are here because you believe in the mission, as I do, of Achievable Dream. Your support tonight, your sponsorships, the auction, the fun, the dream, absolutely changes lives. So sit back, enjoy, and know that you're making a difference for Achievable Dream.
Good evening. My name is Josiah, and I'm a dreamer. This evening, we are excited to bring you a virtual Night to Dream event. Maybe you've gathered safely with a few friends for a watch party, or maybe you're tuning in from your couch with an event party package. No matter where you are helping us make history. There are a couple of important things for you to know. Bidding is all online. You've received instructions for bidding, and our team is ready to assist you with any questions you may have. Just call this number if you have any questions. Bidding closes at 9:15. There's still time to buy raffle tickets before we announce the raffle winner tonight. Raffle ticket sales close at 8:15. Stay tuned for the live portion of our program when we'll announce the raffle winner. You are about to watch a very special program we've prepared for you, during which you will learn about more of me and my fellow dreamers. You'll also hear a story of a dreamer family and hear from one of our amazing alumni from the Achievable Dream in Newport News, Dr. Brian Mcgowan. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. So get comfortable, but not too comfortable. This is a night to dream.
At an Achievable Dream, at the beginning of the pandemic, it was just a constant, flowing, ever-evolving situation. And I think what we found was most important, not just for our students and our families, but also for teachers, staff, and everyone, was stability, making sure that we were providing reassurance, making sure that everyone knew that we were in this together and that it was okay to be scared and it was okay to be worried, but really just making sure that basic needs were met and that we were just really in it with them, that they knew that they were never going down this unknown path by themselves. It was unknown to all of us.
Leading any organization during this pandemic has been challenging, and certainly that's true with public education. I see people advocating for children, so there's folks who want their kids in school yesterday, and there's folks who are very scared about having their children in school, and there's staff who have similar views.
You know, these have been unprecedented situation in time for the community, for the world in that aspect. But I like to say that when it hit in March, our first priority were the students. I got to give a lot of kudos and a lot of thanks to the teachers and the staff at CTAC and the Achievable Dream, because they didn't miss a beat. They kept things going and moving, especially for our students that had to get inundated with virtual learning.
So yes, virtual education is probably the most challenging thing I've done in my life.
Since the pandemic began, our country has faced many challenges. Our students were at home all day exposed to information about this scary disease, civil unrest, and images of racial insensitivity.
Keeping that level of consistency that used to be a part of our kids' daily routines, it was a challenge to try to replicate that virtually.
Some people could think, because, we get negative thoughts, let's be honest, and how there's COVID, some people are probably scared for their lives. Now that's scary. That's really actually scary.
Virtual school is a whole other issue. Because I didn't realize this, but time management is really something that I need to learn.
It's so weird not seeing everyone every day. I mean, at first it was like a total refresher. I'm leaving you guys, goodbye, because I heard it was 2 weeks until it became the whole year, and then after that it became it's weird.
Achievable Dream has been an amazing support system during the pandemic. The kids are used to being in front of their teachers and seeing their teachers and interacting with their peers, but even though they couldn't be at school, they'll come by the house and drop off things that they've won in class, or drop off rewards for attendance, or drop off supplies, or allowing us to come drive through to pick up any supplies, or even having virtual education nights like a math night or a reading night.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, Achievable Dream has really been able to help us in providing additional time for support and for learning for a lot of our students. That extra time has really been crucial in maintaining not only really solid academics, but it's really helped us to establish really strong emotional relationships and connections with our students.
Being in a virtual setting this year, we have had a couple of different hybrid type of field trips. We've had virtual field trips.
I believe Achievable Dream Academy provides for students things that they can't receive through a regular education.
I feel that what Achievable Dream provides for me as an educator is that support. Support, whether it's in resources or whether it's in programs, to improve the educational capacity of my students.
In June, Achievable Dreams purchased books and ebooks about diversity and equity.
Recently, in my last semester, I was teaching about civil rights, and there's an excellent civil rights virtual field trip that we did as a classroom. It brought up a lot of deep conversations, especially in our current environment. I know they just provided us with an anti-racism keynote speaker that was helpful and relevant for us to attend. My goal is that I provide a classroom that is aware of how poverty impacts children's brains, how unsafe or unstable living conditions affect a child's brain and ability to feel safe and learn, and that our kids can't learn unless they feel safe and supported. And so that's my goal as a teacher with an Achievable Dream. And I think Achievable Dream, that's one of the basis of their existence.
One of the really interesting things about this moment has been the spotlight on equity. And so, some people say, well, the pandemic has really created some equity issues. And I said, no, like those were pre-existing conditions, right? It's put a spotlight on them in many ways. And so as a community, we have this great opportunity to think about how do we meet the needs of all children. Partnerships like the one we have with Achievable Dream are going to become even more critically important as we move forward.
One of the things that is a foundation of an Achievable Dream is making sure that basic needs are met. Making sure that a child is not going without food or resources, electricity, not just the child, but the entire family. We were able to provide families immediately with approximately 2 weeks worth of food. It was so important to work together and make sure that we were putting all of our resources together and doing what was best for our children, for our families, and for the community of Virginia Beach.
I'm so grateful in this pandemic to have great partners. And we've had great partners in the medical community. We've had great partners in public health. But we've also had some great partners who've really stepped up to help us in different ways than they have before. And Achievable Dream is an example of that. So in addition to making sure that the children in the academy continue to thrive, that our teachers have the resources there that they need to be successful, they really stepped up to make sure that our families had what they need to thrive and survive in this pandemic. And I can't think of any greater examples than the work that Achievable Dream did to make sure that our families had food. They didn't stop at the academy. They said, how can we help other schools? And they got as much of those resources as they could, and they said, where else do you need them? I mean, Lee called me and said, where else do you need this? And we were able to pinpoint other needs in our community, and they stepped up and delivered. It was really fantastic.
It really felt like the right thing to do. We were all in this together. And Virginia Beach City Public Schools has been an amazing partner.
Achievable Dream is something special. It's special because it focuses on needs of kids who may not have a chance to get the kind of education others would in the city. And just to see it is so inspiring to me. I've seen the finished product. I've seen them go on and graduate and become, go on to college and become real top-notch citizens. It's life-changing. It's just very inspirational for me.
It really creates a sense of belonging.
The thing that makes Achievable Dream successful in my eyes is the opportunities we have to make those personal connections with the students.
We value who the organization is and what it's doing for our students and for our staff. We feel supported, we feel valued, and our kids are thriving because of it.
One of the most impactful things that Achievable Dreams brings to our students is opportunities that they normally otherwise wouldn't have.
I don't feel like I would be the person that I am today because I didn't have the role models that I've had.
So when it comes to the people that have impacted me, really I can't really put it into people. Because Achievable Dream is a family, it's a collective, it's Achievable Dream itself that's really make me probably, I'd say, a good amount of who I am.
Since second grade, we've been moving up to this moment of going to high school. We're going to be the first graduating class of Achievable Dream Academy.
CTAC Elementary and the Achievable Dream is changing that culture of being able to stand out, being able to look an individual in the eye and say, I am someone, I am a person, and I can speak well to what I'm going to be, and this is my future.
My favorite banner is I'm someone special because you're special, no matter what anyone says.
My favorite banner is I am somebody because it shows that everybody is unique in their own different ways.
I am somebody is my favorite banner because it's special to know that you are somebody no matter what somebody tells you.
My favorite banner is I am somebody because it boosts my confidence and tells me that no matter what anyone else says, I am somebody.
It doesn't matter if someone says that you're not important. If someone says that you're not important, you do not trust them because
You know that you are important.
And my favorite banner is I am somebody, because you should know that you are somebody.
I can't imagine my kids being in any other program. I can't imagine them not being an Achievable Dream. It would change too many aspects of our life. Them not being a part of Achievable Dream for me is not optional. The support that I get from that program has been amazing.
The great thing about Achievable Dream is that they are with our students every step of the way. Not just in elementary school where I work, but in elementary, middle, high school, college, and beyond. Everything that we do is for the kids because we know that dreams do come true.
They actually want to help. Your feelings are more valid as a person. You're not just seen as a student.
If I wasn't on camera, I'd probably break down in tears. How much I've been supported throughout my life. To get to a person's heart is when they're going through something is the fact of understanding, and to get what they're dealing with can change a whole person's day around just to understand. And that's what's just such a blessing, and I thank him for that.
You know, I see it on kids' faces all the time, that you see the hope in their eyes, and the Achievable Dream will continue to inspire hope through education. We hope that our supporters will continue supporting that mission, because that mission is the most important thing. Without hope, they have nowhere to go. So with hope and inspiring hope through education, they got everywhere to go.
Mainly, one of the things I want to do as soon as I graduate is enter into the Navy, because I know it'll be good skills for me, a good experience, and I know it'll affect me a lot as a person.
Well, I definitely want to go to college, and I think I want to be my own boss, because you see all these women empowerment and women being the boss, and I definitely want to be that. I've always wanted to be that.
I'm just that person that just wants to change the world in any way I can.
I want to be a lawyer.
My hope is that, as the program gets more in the spotlight and people are seeing the positive changes we're making, that we'll have even more support within that community.
They've helped me just deal with certain things where instead of just accepting defeat and saying, this is where the road stops, there's a brick wall, why give up? There's no reason to give up. As human beings, no matter what, if anything we have ever come since the beginning of time, we have broken through it.
There's always going to be struggles, but knowing that I've had a whole bunch of people before me do it, and I've seen other people do it, and I don't feel like I would have felt as supported as I am right now. They went above and beyond to make sure that every student felt loved, supported, cared for.
When I think about our dreamers and the way that they have navigated this last year and the pandemic, I just could not be any more proud. They have been the epitome of resilience. I think in a lot of ways as an adult, I could learn a lot from them, and the way that their smiles still light up. It really is hard to put into words the pride that we have in each and every one of them, and what they have taught us about navigating the unknown and challenging times.
I'm someone special. I am somebody.
I am somebody.
I'm somebody special.
I am somebody. I am somebody.
Good evening. I want to thank you for joining us for the second annual A Night to Dream, but our very first ever virtual speakeasy event. Can you believe that it was just over a year ago that we were celebrating our first Night to Dream at the Cavalier Hotel in person together? We cannot wait until we are able to celebrate and hold a Night to Dream in person with you again. 2022, we have our eyes on you. We are ready to move this back to face. But what do we do in times of adversity? In times of having to look outside of the box? We do whatever we need to make the best situation for our dreamers. And you are all a part of that tonight. And I thank you for being here. Whether you are on your couch, having your own speakeasy event in your pajamas, your comfortable clothes, or whether you are with a few friends celebrating safely, we thank you for being with us tonight. Nearly 30 years ago, a man named Walter Segeloff had an idea that became a vision, and an idea that became a reality. That is an achievable dream. I've been with an achievable dream for over 24 years. And while I have two amazing parents that raised me and instilled strong values in me, and I must say that they are both watching tonight, and I would not be where I am as I stand here tonight without their constant intervention, love, and support. So I thank them both. But Walter Segeloff is the one I grew up with. I was 21 years old when I started working with him. It is difficult to sum up a man like Walter. When he set his mind to something, he was relentless. And many of you watching tonight know that about Walter. He was truly the most patriotic person I've ever met. If you were ever standing next to him during the national anthem or God Bless the USA, you knew how much pride he had. You just hoped that you didn't follow along with his lyrics, because he never knew the lyrics to any song that he ever sang. He was extremely active in his community. He led an achievable dream with a laser focus, and it was always what was in the best interest of an achievable dream. I personally can tell you that he led an achievable dream for his employees in the same way. What was best for us in the moment to make sure that we were thriving so that we could provide the best that we possibly could for our dreamers. And so tonight, I honor Walter, the founder and visionary behind an achievable dream. But this is the thing about visionaries. Visionaries draw in other visionaries. They come together because they thrive off of one another. And that's just what Walter did. One such like-minded person we are going to honor tonight. Someone who has never lost sight on the future. Someone whose impact on Achievable Dream is beyond what words can express. At last year's A Night to Dream gala, we honored someone who has had a profound impact on an achievable dream, but also the city of Virginia Beach. And that is retired Police Chief Jim Savara. Jim, I know you're watching tonight, and so we thank you for your continued involvement in not only Achievable Dream, but the city of Virginia Beach. Every year, we will present this award to someone who has gone above and beyond the call of duty. Not just in support, but also in service. Someone who believes wholeheartedly in the mission, but also works tirelessly to make sure the vision comes alive. To make sure that dreams do come true and that dreams are a reality. To make sure that opportunities are real and always available. Someone who is committed to being a dream maker. The person we are honoring tonight has always had a vision for the future of Virginia Beach. This person was absolutely instrumental in bringing an achievable dream to Virginia Beach. In fact, I can say firsthand that had it not been for him, an achievable dream probably would not be in Virginia Beach. He always refers to Virginia Beach as the greatest city in the world. And he believed that bringing an achievable dream to Virginia Beach was a component of making sure that it continued to be the greatest city in the world. His vision was never for just a year. It was never for 5 years. His vision truly always reached 20, or I think his plan was the future of Virginia Beach, 2040 was the plan that he launched about 10 years ago. So I guess he was always thinking 30 years in advance. Virginia Beach really is one of the 3 greatest cities in the world. Now, the person that we're honoring tonight will understand what I mean when I say that it is tied with Newport News and Henrico County because they can all boast having dreamers. So, Virginia Beach, Newport News, and Henrico County are the 3 greatest areas in the world because we have dreamers in all of those locations. The moment I found out that he was no longer going to be the mayor of Virginia Beach, I must tell you that my heart took a little, what do we do now? But I should have known better because his service has never faltered. Why? Because he is truly a servant leader. There has never been a time that I have called him that he hasn't answered or called me back very quickly. I have a few people that are truly trusted advisors in my role at an Achievable Dream. They are so important to me because they are going to tell me the best that I need to hear, whether or not it is for the best interest of the organization or for me as an individual. It doesn't matter whether or not it's what I want to hear. It's what I need to hear. And the individual that we are honoring tonight has always been that person for me. Several community members have shared words about this person tonight, and I want to share a few of their thoughts with you. Jim Savara, I can truly say that he exemplifies the definition of a true statesman. Everything he accomplished as our mayor was for the good of our city, our community, and absolutely most importantly, our citizens. President and CEO of Reinvent Hampton Roads, Jim Spohr, who also was the city manager and working alongside the mayor at the time when we came to Virginia Beach, said, Will's love for Virginia Beach has no limits. Tony Brothers, NBA referee and Achievable Dream board member and owner of Brothers Restaurant, said his passion for an Achievable Dream is one way he invests to make the community better. Will is a true dream maker. The executive chairman of Town Bank, Robert Aston, his support of an Achievable Dream is yet another example of his passion for building a better life for all people in Virginia Beach and well beyond. Bruce Thompson, CEO of Gold Key. There is no public official or citizen that loves this city or has represented this city better than Will Sessoms. So this year, it is with great joy that I announce the 2021 Dream Maker Award. Will Sessoms, please join me.
Can I touch that?
Oh, you can. And
thank you.
I would love for you to make some remarks, please.
Well, you were too kind, and Achievable Dreams too kind to recognize me, but it's not me. I was so blessed, first of all, when, frankly, Walter and Aubrey Lane, we had lunch and we talked about this wonderful opportunity for our city. And regrettably, Walter died shortly after that conversation, but Aubrey continued pushing forward with us. And I was so lucky to have a wonderful city manager, Jim Spoor, and a wonderful city council. And also, you can't do this without the school board working very closely with you, because really it's ultimately their decision. And Dan Edwards was the chairman, as I recall, and Jim Merrill was the superintendent. And then Aaron Spence has come in and just endorsed it and been so supportive. So I just applaud the current superintendent and the school board for their support, and the current city manager and the current city council for their support of this wonderful, wonderful, achievable dream. Yes, you've heard I do call Virginia Beach the greatest city in the world. I believe that in all my heart. And one of the reasons is the wonderful things we do in this city. And bringing an achievable dream is part of what makes Virginia Beach the greatest city in the world. As we look around these, what I consider crazy times going on everywhere across the country, the world, and then we sit back and focus in on what we need to be doing, good things. An achievable dream is a good thing. And I promise you, if we don't do everything we can to make sure every young person gets a good education, if they don't get it, shame on us, because our future, there is no future. But if we really work together and work to make sure these wonderful systems like Achievable Dream, wonderful school systems like the Virginia Beach school system, we support them, we help them grow. This is how we will make not only Virginia Beach continue to be the greatest city in the world, but we're going to make the Commonwealth of Virginia great, our country great, and we want to spread this across the world. So from the bottom of my heart, Lee, thank you for what you, Achievable Dream, and your entire team do every day, because you are making a huge difference. Yes, I'm so focused on Virginia Beach, I'm not going to ever say I'm not. But the bottom line is this: what you're doing needs to occur everywhere. And I promise you, if we could do this everywhere, we would have such a better place to live. And I'm honored, thank you, and God bless all of our dreamers, and we wish them continued success, and thank you for this wonderful honor.
Well, don't go anywhere yet, okay? Because I have another little announcement to make with you. I hear today is your birthday.
Oh my goodness.
And so we have a tradition, or maybe I guess we're really starting a new tradition, that if you are the dream maker and it's your birthday, then you draw the raffle ticket. Okay?
Wow, okay.
Okay,
well,
so
I would make one person very happy,
yeah.
I can tell you that.
So Amanda, if you will give him the raffle box and let him do the honor.
Please don't let this fall.
No.
This is too cool. Okay, here we go. Jeff
Gary's from Langley Federal Credit Union, who is also on our board in Newport News.
Way to go, Jeff. Congratulations.
If you're not watching, Jeff, then you did not win. And we'll just keep those funds. So thank you, Will, for everything.
Thank you very much.
So that little transition period there was for me to get my step stool back so that I could see over the podium again. Will said something very important, and I would be remiss if I did not mention Aaron Spence tonight. Aaron Spence, I know you're watching. I've seen your comments on the feed, and you have been an amazing leader in Virginia Beach through probably I hope it is the toughest time that you will ever face as a superintendent. And I just want to thank you for your leadership and to thank you for doing what is best for children every day throughout this pandemic. So we thank you and we thank your team. because we know, I see Sharan, I see Cheryl Woodhouse, I see several others from the Virginia Beach team. And I know, I see Mr. Darby, I see so many people up here tonight, and you are doing an amazing job, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, it is my honor to introduce another very special person, someone that you have been waiting to hear from as we have led up to this event. We have mentioned him in our social media, our emails, but tonight you truly get to hear from him yourself. In 2001, I had the pleasure of writing a letter of recommendation for him. Yes, I still have 24 years worth of files on my computer. And so when I went to prepare my remarks to talk about this young man, I went back to my letter of recommendation for him. And this is what I said. The goals of an achievable dream are to challenge and motivate each student to exceed his own expectations in academic and social progress, to instill each child respect for himself, respect for his adult leaders, and respect for the core human values in which America was built. Now, as an adult, Brian will succeed in his endeavors because he has internalized these goals of his own. Academically, Brian is a dynamic student. When teachers are asked to describe him, the adjectives consistently used are hardworking, dedicated, respectful, and most certainly intelligent. These traits are evident in his outstanding GPA while taking advanced placement and honor level courses. In addition, his ability to think critically and logically exceeds those of any high school senior that I've ever met. And he is able to relate to people from a variety of backgrounds. Brian has lived a purpose, a life of purpose, despite the many, many obstacles that he's had to overcome. Not only has he persevered and achieved greatly, but it is evident that he feels guided to bring others along on his path. Now, 20 years later, literally, this was 2001, we are now in 2021, Brian not only embodies, but has far exceeded what I wrote in that letter of recommendation. I knew when I wrote that letter that there was greatness in Brian and the best was yet to come. But I never imagined who he would truly be 20 years later. But I'm not going to say any more about that. I am going to let you hear from him yourselves. So it is my greatest honor, my greatest joy to introduce Dr. Brian Mcgowan.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a full circle moment. Thank you for those kind words. I see so many people on the screen right now who played a role in my journey. Hello, an achievable dream. And it is my honor to be in community with each of you this evening. It's always good to be back in the Tidewater area. I love 757, and I'm happy to hear that an achievable dream has expanded their footprint to Virginia Beach. This program has played a critical role in the lives of thousands of students, and I am grateful to share my story. And before doing so, I would like to thank Dr. Lee Vreeland and your team for organizing what has been thus far a fun and fulfilling night. Although we are here to celebrate an amazing cause, to continue the important work of AAD, I want to create a sense of urgency tonight. A sense of urgency that is rooted in empathy. We have been in a period where racism continues to play a role in the lives of Black, brown, and indigenous communities in more overt ways. A period where COVID-19 has disrupted all of our lives. While some are thriving, others are suffering. And this is a period where students are forced to learn in virtual environments that may or may not be suitable for learning. One where some families may not have access to adequate resources. I urge you to understand these realities, even though they may not be your own. And to this end, supporting AAD is even more critical than before. And events such as A Night to Dream are both timely and necessary. So let's create a memorable night. I titled my talk, Power of the Dream, Past, Present, and Future. And my inspiration for this speech comes from a song that I learned at Hines Middle School in Newport News, Virginia, called Power of the Dream. I love this song. And some of you may remember Celine Dion singing it a few years ago. Actually, not even a few, like way back. And the song has 4 verses. And I will read words from the first verse and the chorus. Deep within each heart, there lies a magic spark that lights the fire of imagination. And since the dawn of man, the strength of just I can has brought together people of all nations. There's nothing ordinary in the living of each day. There's a special part every one of us will play. Feel the flame forever burn, teaching lessons we must learn to bring us closer to the power of the dream. The power of the dream. When reflecting on these lyrics, I think about AAD. I think about the firm handshakes and eye contact that we made with each AAD staff members. I think about the banners we recited every morning, which informed many of my life choices. I think about the college tours that made attending them plausible possibilities. I think about the tennis lessons AAD offered and my 29-1 regular season record at Heritage High School. I think about the AAD staff, and I knew they cared about me. They encouraged me, even at times when I wasn't feeling it. And AAD taught me how to dream and to dream beyond my immediate circumstances. And these formative experiences were a game changer. And I will briefly discuss some of those formative experiences that placed me on the path to pursuing my dream. After graduating from AAD in 2001, I attended Old Dominion University and majored in music education. I was a voice major. And to this point, I could have performed my own rendition of Power of the Dream, but I decided not to on this night. To make a connection to Virginia Beach, my student teaching assignment was at Green Run High School. And although my experience was positive overall, I did not enjoy waking up at 6 a.m. every morning during my final semester in undergrad. But given my passion for education and leadership, I pursued a master's degree in higher education and student affairs at The Ohio State University. Go Bucks. And I often tell people, this is the best decision that I could have made. The decision to leave my immediate surroundings and chase my dream. It solidified my passion for higher education, my desire to help others, pursue their dreams and pay it forward. I later went on to pursue a PhD in higher education at Indiana University and have spent the past 8 years being a college professor. And people often ask me 2 questions. Thinking back on your career, could you have been successful without AAD? Yes, I would have been successful. But being in AAD makes it a little bit easier because of the resources to help youth dream beyond their circumstances. But the second question is the most important one. The question is, would I be where I am today without AAD? And the answer is absolutely not. I'm proud to be an AAD alum, and this program has literally changed my life. And the difference between me and the next kid in my community was that AAD gave me access to opportunities. AAD works. Think of this event as a vehicle to help the dream run. A vehicle that can help those who are often neglected or marginalized dream. And these impacts may not be immediate, but the long-term impact of your giving can lead to success stories like my own. There are so many success stories coming from AAD alumni. And as the song stated, there's a special part every one of us will play. So in closing, I end with the final words of the song, Power of the Dream, which states, "The power of the dream, faith in things unseen, courage to embrace your fears, no matter where you are, to reach for your own star, to realize the power of the dream." Almost 30 years later, goodness, I can't believe it's been almost 30 years. AAD helped me realize the power of my dream. And for that, I say thank you. Thank you very much.
Friends, this is the dream. Tonight, you've heard stories about the difference your support makes. Now this is your opportunity to support in a tangible way right here from wherever you are tonight. This is our Fund the Dream Giving Initiative. Our goal is to raise $25,000 to support an achievable dream in Virginia Beach. Our annual operating budget in Virginia Beach is approximately $1.9 million per year. Those dollars provide all of the components you've learned about tonight that help make an achievable dream student so successful, preparing them for college and beyond. Since the onset of the pandemic, your support also helps provide vital resources for our students and their families, including food and hygiene supplies, technology and internet accessibility, clothing, and school supplies. We will continue to provide this support for as long as our students and families need it. Tonight, we need your help to raise just $25,000 so we can continue to provide vital services and supplies for our students and family, like those that you have met tonight. As one of our AAD parents, Ms. Mangrum shared, an achievable dream makes an incredible difference in their lives. You can be a part of that difference. Will you join us to fund the dream and help us raise $25,000 tonight? Just click the link in your text messages or visit bidpal.net/a-night-to-dream to give now. Thank you.
Friends, we want to thank you for joining us tonight for our first ever virtual A Night to Dream. We hope you enjoyed the event and you'll share all about the good things tonight Achievable Dream does in the community with your friends, your family, and your colleagues. We are so grateful for you for helping making dreams come true. And for our students, together, let's continue inspiring hope through education. Thank you so much for being with us.
Well, here we are, the end of A Night to Dream, our first ever virtual gala for an Achievable Dream Virginia Beach. But the dreaming doesn't stop here. I want to thank you for spending the evening with us. And I want to thank you for supporting an Achievable Dream. You're not just supporting an organization, you are supporting me and my fellow dreamers. You make a difference. So from all of us at Achievable Dream, we thank you.